subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
Make sure that you're standing and don't fall down because you're wearing heels the size of this.
Correct.
That's it.
All right.
I was a walking stick in that entire thing. Balance, balance.
All right. That was beautifully put.
I'm very intelligent.
I am sure.
And talented, sorry.
talented. Actors Arshad Warsi, Nupur Asthana and Pushtii Shakti chatted with us about their release Modern Love. So let's find out what they have to share.
How does it come close to cutting chai and how does it relate to that aspect of our lives in general? Please go ahead, ma'am.
So, I mean, it ties in really well to the theme of our film and the fact that it's set in Mumbai, and cutting chai is a very Mumbai phenomenon, right? You can't go to Delhi and say, cutting dena, they're not going to get it.
It's a Bombay job.
Bombay job. So, it ties in really beautifully with our film in terms of theme and the dating history of Chitrangada and Arshad in the film. And the whole idea of a cutting is what? Ki matlab, thodi hai, lekin what was that line you used yesterday? Thoda hai, thode ki zarurat hai. Something. Yeah. So, I mean, leaves you wanting more, right? So that kind of ties into the theme, what she wants, what my protagonist, Chitrangada's character wants out of life. She has something, but she wants much more. So all of that. And the fact that when they started dating, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, it was over cutting chai. So, it kind of fuses beautifully.
Right. Before I move to the two of you, you mentioned how, these are little things and thoda hai, thoda chahiye type wala thing. If I have to ask you, how was it like for you to incorporate it into your direction? There are very small nuances that as filmmakers, people try to include that, a scene that probably stays with you or something that was probably your vision when you were doing it. Is there something that, has probably stayed back with you in terms of that vision that you had before starting and while shooting for the show? What would that be?
I can't think of one specific thing. I mean, I consider myself a Mumbaikar. I've been living here for like 20 years, over 25 years. So
You are local.
I'm a local now. I mean, this is the longest I've lived anywhere in my life. So I think it just seeps into it, whether it's a little bit of Marathi that someone speaks or, the way you are in a public place in Bombay, the way traffic. I don't know. It's just the kind of house that we chose for them. It's like a very. So these are little things that you sort of unconsciously, subconsciously kind of build in.
Right.
To the film.
All right, sounds good. Moving on to the two of you. First of all, since we've seen very little in the trailer so far, if there's something that you can say about how has your character shaped up and what is it going to be like when we see the stories?
Okay, it's actually Chitrangada's story. It's the story of this particular girl and her dreams and her wants and desires. I'm a part of her life. I'm a small part of her life, which is
You're not a small
prominent,
part of her
but
life.
yeah, I mean,
like you're the part
it's
now.
an important part of her life. There's not much to it. I think I bring about that. Sometimes in life you wonder whether I've done the right thing or wrong thing. I'm that aspect of her life, where she wonders whether this is the right guy or the wrong guy. So I'm that little confusion in her life.
All right, that was beautifully put.
I'm very intelligent.
I am sure.
Forgot to say that?
And talented, sorry.
And talented.
Damn, I keep forgetting that all the time.
How about you? If you can tell me something about how you are placed in this story.
So I basically play his sister and her sister-in-law. And it's just, the relationship I share with her and I share with him and I share with the entire family. And I'm a drama queen. So what happens? It's just that.
Right. Like I've mentioned, since this is a slice of life story and because it takes upon a very regular story, but make it a modern aspect to it. If I have to ask all three of you, how do you think that happens in this story? And how is there a modern bit added to what we've probably everyone has witnessed at some point in their lives? So how do you think that happens for this story?
I think it's about the nuances within a relationship, within our wants, what's in our head, what does the heart desire. So there are no broad strokes in the film. All of it is very subtle, very nuanced. It's a very gentle film actually. It's a very gentle, it's a quiet film. And So this is what we face in real life, right? Like the little things that kind of bother us with our partner, or the little things that endear us to our partner. And we're always looking for that big gesture, that big moment. And this film actually has just very everyday, very intimate, very nuanced, which we kind of sometimes on screen forget to showcase. You know, we go for sometimes the broad strokes, the big ones. So this is a gentle, quiet film with a lot of everyday little things between a couple that we kind of.
So this is a question to you. Said like ma'am said that, you know, these are all about little things that we often forget to show on screen, and while they can be very easy to portray, they are at the same time very difficult, because, you know, it is everyone could perceive it in a different way, and everyone sees little things as different aspects. How easy or difficult or naturally did it come to you when it comes to, you know, smaller things? Like there's a scene where your character asks Chitrangada, where is my shirt or something. So these are very little things that probably we saw in the trailer, but how difficult or easy was it to put it on screen out there?
I'm going to sound so bad. Acting comes very easy to me. I'm sorry, but it does. It does. I don't have to put too much effort. I don't have to struggle too much. I don't have to worry about it. I think all my brief and all my practice comes from the fact that before I get on set, I have a good meeting with my director, I have a good meeting with my writer. I listen to them, I see what is in their head. I know, I want to understand completely what they are looking at, and then it's just me portraying that. So that doesn't come very difficult to me. So that's not a problem. I think what's important in the film is, you know, we forget, men usually, we forget that there is a woman and she has a desire. She also wants something in life. We go about working, we go about providing, and we think we feel that the world revolves around us, you know, and we forget that. And that little scene is literally that. She is messed in her head. She's going through lots of thoughts. She's not happy. And this guy doesn't care. All he says is, "Okay, where's my tie?" So these are the little things. These are the things that you don't see, you know, what's happening in the other person's mind, what she is going through. So this has that feeling.
I mean, that's a statement on gender politics, right? When he says, "Meri tie kahan hai?"
While
Arey,
she's
khud jaake,
cribbing.
why does he need to ask his wife at all? Why can't he just go and rummage in the drawers and find it for himself? So that's like, it's a small line, but it tells you so much about that marriage, you know.
That's what this is all about. It's beautiful. It is little
Right.
things that get you.
Visibly so. I'd like to know your point of view to exactly what he said. I mean, I'm sure that you'd agree to most of it, because that's something that is prevalent. But to what extent do you think that women are placed like that, and, you know, no matter their career, no matter what, households end up coming first somehow for them? Like,
Unfortunately, it's been a generational thing. It's come from a really, you know, far back time that it's all about this. And like he says, it's not very general for people or generally men to think that a woman has a desire beyond anything. Unfortunately, the minute you think desire in a woman, they're thinking man. You know, they don't think of desire, I want to wear nice clothes, I want to have a good meal, I want to, I don't know, get a facial. That's a desire in a way, right? So we don't see that. But the fact that he says, I recognize it, and, you know, this scene kind of portrays it, I think that says a lot about the way you can actually see the film and how it progresses.
I think it's about expectations, right? These are expectations from women. You may be very successful or not successful, but this, you need to get that damn tie out,
Yeah.
you know, for your husband. It's like the Indra Nooyi story, right? When she made president, the day she was made president of Pepsi Cola, she came back and the first thing her mother said was, "Go and get milk." She said, "But my husband's right here, I've forgotten his name. He came back 2 hours ago. Oh, he was so tired." So, you know, I mean, these are expectations from women, however successful or not they may be.
true. Also, Modern Love is a really huge franchisee at this point of time. This adding to the other 3 phases of Modern Love that would follow. I'll ask all 3 of you, was there any kind of, pressure, for the lack of better word, to maintain the legacy that Modern Love has created for itself? Even the second part was like huge stories, and this is also such varied stories about everything that there can be, small little things. So was there any kind of pressure to live up to the kind of expectations that everyone would have with the series?
I mean, when I direct something, I don't usually think of, already there is so much pressure when you're making a film. You don't want to take on any added pressure. So no, I didn't think about, oh my God, it had better match up to the American anthology. No, I didn't think that. I just knew that there was a fantastic director lineup and all of us are bringing our A game to the table and just move forward with that. And then, you know, I have such wonderful producers, a brilliant cast. I mean, I had to make sure that I had my A game on the table, but but that's how I am with anything that I direct. So,
Anything that you two would add?
No. Actors, as I said, you meet your director, you meet your writer, and you come to know what you have to do, you know, and you just have to perform, do the best you can. And I always feel that an actor should bring a little more than acting, you know, on
of course,
screen,
yeah.
which is nice. I mean, you know, you bring out, you think of something. I do that all the time, and every and whatever.
I mean,
I do.
I've incorporated so many things, several things that he had said, you know, that came up in conversation, and you know, he had some brilliant ideas. You know, a couple of lines, a moment here, there. I mean, like, you know, he's very enthusiastic and very involved with the film in that sense, which is wonderful. Yeah, I mean, what else can a director want? I mean,
I think actors must do that. I feel that. You know, besides just acting, you must try and give more than what you're getting paid for. Let's put it that way. So yeah, and for me, it was. I mean, pressure is on her. To be honest, she has to. It's her pressure. We just have to say the lines, do the job the best you can.
And of course, make sure that you're standing and don't fall down because you're wearing heels the size of this.
Correct.
That's it.
All right.
I was a walking stick in that entire thing. Balance.
All right. My second last question for you. What would you say is the cutting chai of life for you three as individuals? Definitely, please don't say it is cutting chai. Apart from something else, what
is cutting chai for us?
Yeah, what is that in your life?
I think there's always a little bit of pain in your life. You should fill that up with a lot of smile and be happy. That pain will go away. So this is the balance you must keep. Trouble is going to happen. Go over it, smile, be happy. That's your 50-50 of life.
oh
Cutting
God,
chai.
now to sound intelligent and
Don't,
profound after that.
don't.
I don't know what to say.
Don't sound
I just
like
think
that.
it's true. I'm piggybacking.
Absolutely.
Exactly that.
No, that's what it is.
Always look at the glass half full, not empty.
Yeah.
Does that kind of work?
Yeah. And otherwise, just use a smaller glass. You won't have that trouble.
Correct.
Right. That was again some beautiful things that you said there. My last question for you. Anthologies have been a very accepting space. Anthologies have been a very accepting space with OTT and you know, short stories, and given our attention spans, it's like probably the best way to go about. As actors and directors, what do you think is the future of such stories in Indian OTT and Indian entertainment space in general?
I loved it. This is my second anthology for Amazon Prime. You know, in 3 months. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed this. So I would. I think. Like you said, with the attention span, sometimes it's nice to see a theme being explored by 5 or 6 people very, very differently in very, very different scenarios. And it kind of gives you like a 360 on that theme, which is quite nice, isn't it? I mean, you may be in the mood to watch something, you know, some
Variety is the spice of
binge
life.
on some thriller or something, but maybe you want to, you know, different
Just
points
sit
of
back.
view. Yeah.
Anything?
It's a great idea, yeah. Anthology is a great idea. I would love to seeing lovely stories, and they are good stories. That's the whole thing. You know, when you have to say a lot in a little time, no,
Yeah.
your concentration is fully there because you have no room to wander around. You know, establish this and establish nothing. You have to tell that, and so it's wonderful to sit there half an hour and you watch a story which touches you, because it has to be important. It has to be profound. So yes, it's a great idea, and I'm part of one of them.
Exactly, the frills, you know, you don't need the frills. And it's just so much nicer to get to the point. And you're thinking, Arshad, this fellow will do this, then this fellow will do that, then she will, and you think, okay, come on, get on with it, you know. There's no chance of saying get on with it in something like this. So it catches your attention like that, and it stays there.
I mean, there's a reason why we have short film festivals across the world, right? but not everybody could access them. And there's some brilliant stories been told over the years. So I think it's great that OTTs, Amazon Prime Video has like a whole bunch of anthologies.
I'm glad Modern Love is a very
I mean, it's a
beautiful
fantastic
thought.
franchise, yeah.
It's a super franchise.
It is.
Glad they do video.
All right, I think that was that for me. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
That
It
was that for us
lovely
also.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, check out our revamped website at www.indiaforums.com to get your daily dose of entertainment.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this chat with the team Modern Love. If you did, do comment and tell us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to India Forums for more. Sanchita Junjunwala, camera person Babaji, India Forums, Mumbai.